Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our climb through the seasonal ladder using a team that we built from scratch. In the last episode, we did pretty well. We went 3-1 yesterday, which was awesome, using a team that we're still figuring out what the kinks are. And so far, we may have figured out a couple of things, but at the same time, I'm definitely missing a type that could be really useful in the future, and that would be a fire type. But I don't really know who to replace on my team to be able to fit in there. I did get a suggestion from I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm just gonna call it I'm just gonna shorten it by saying Casanova, using Ogerpon, the fire type Ogerpon. And I do like the idea, but I think my Ogerpon isn't ready. I kind of quickly did his EVs weird like. Where is he? Ogerpon, where? Oh, there he is. I did his stats weird like because I saw that his attack was like the highest one and his speed was after that. So I maxed out his attack, his speed, and his HP, giving him 4 points into that, so he gets 1 extra HP. It's not that big of a deal, but because I don't know what his thing is, his nature is completely off, so I may have to rebuild him from the ground up just to have something a little bit more feasible. But that's what it is right now. He would be, you know, the correct tier type, but yeah, it's not right now. So there's that. Other than that, I don't really know who else to put in that's fire type. I would like someone that's physical. So because it runs with the physical mentality of the team, besides of, you know, Tornadus. And I guess Fluttermane has also been really helpful against like the random other Fluttermanes that we come across, and like the Iron Hands and stuff like that. Arcanine comes into question, which that's another intimidator. It could also span Rock Slide if I went the Hisuian route, which I did have a baby ready to go. I got from the game. So there he is, Mr. Growlithe at level 15. I got him for free. Otherwise, I didn't have to go through Arceus to get him. But that's what I'm thinking of. I could also do Talonflame again. He's also a fire type, but he's also flying. And I have 2 flying types. I don't want to sit in a particular category of having like multiple of one type. Having 2 right now is even pushing it for me. But I have a pure flying type and a water flying type. So it's like, which one do I want to use? Which one should I use? It's one of those things. But anyway, that's what I have to deal with. We're going to be figuring out who to take out, maybe for Arcanine, if he fits into the team. I don't really know who to remove. I think we'll figure that out after this video, though. And I'm going to try to do 7 fights because I have been not able to record those fights, but I'm going to try to do them today. So we're at an even 75, but we'll see how far we go. So with that out of the way, let's get into our first match of the day, shall we? All right, first match is here. We've got Slowbro, Mimikyu, Gastrodon, Amoonguss, Pelipper, and Goodra. Why is everyone using the other Goodra? That's interesting. Slowbro especially. So we do have a Trick Room variant here because Slowbro is incredibly slow, but they could also set it up with Mimikyu with his disguise ability, which is perfect for him to be able to not have to worry about like getting hit right away. So there's that. We should do 1, 2. Goodra's like a physical type. Pelipper is also one. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, Hurricane's special, I think. So I don't think so. Never mind. That may not be the case. Yeah, we will not bring in Gyarados this time. I don't think that's going to be the best thing to do. We'll bring in Tornadus, Great Tusk, Amoonguss, and Chien Pao. I think that's who we'll bring in. I don't want to set up for failure, but it's really hard. I'm gonna move the mic. I apologize for the noises. It's kind of hard to set up for Trick Room when you know that Trick Room is gonna be coming at you. Okay. Mimikyu and Goodra. All right, so we can taunt the Mimikyu. I think that's what we'll do. We'll taunt the Mimikyu. If it's Mental Herb, he deserves it. But we'll go up with the Rock Slide over to to that side of the field. Taunt. So hopefully we get the flinch. May not flinch Mimikyu. Taunt does land, so it is not. It's not covered with the herb. Goodra's gonna surf. It's gonna hurt Great Tusk a lot, and it also does. The Mimikyu does get flinched to the rock slide. That's dope. I wasn't expecting that at all. Bleak Wind will now come in and hit both once again. Bleak Wind with the rock slide. I didn't think that he would get flinched if he got hit with rock slide. It didn't do damage to the rock slide. It did damage because the skies broke. But I guess the effect still goes off. Rock slide will now hit both. Does quite a bit of damage. Bleak Wind Storm will miss Goodra, but will hit the Mimikyu. Mimikyu goes down. Goodra flinch. Goodra doesn't flinch. Dragon Pulse right into the Tornadus. Does not knock him out, but it gets really, really close. Okay, Slowbro is next. We're gonna taunt the Slowbro, and I'm gonna rock slide that field again. Goodra will protect. Good on you. Taunt the Slowbro. Oblivious. He is unaware of that shenanigans. Okay, so Oblivious stops taunting. Interesting. Trick Room. That's the person I wanted to prevent using Trick Room. That's still fine. We're still good. We are fine. Yeah, we'll just go Bleak Wind and then. I mean, everyone. Well, yeah. Why not? We'll swap out Great Tusk for Amoonguss. He does wonders in Trick Room. Surf does literally nothing to Amoonguss. Will hit the Goodra for the Absorb Bulb. Raises its special attack one stage. That's interesting. Dragon Pulse does not KO the Amoonguss. Gets really close though, but the leftovers will help it stay up alive just a little bit longer. Okay, we'll bring out Champao now. Which this is dangerous to both of these Pokemon. Might not to Slowbro, but we can do some massive damage. Sucker Punch over to the Goodra, because I believe he's going to attack. And I'm going to Spore Slowbro, which I believe I'm going to be slower, but mine's not 0 set to speed. Mine's max speed, unfortunately. And he's going to resist the Spore. Dang it. Oh, that's okay, though. Perfectly fine. Sucker Punch over to the Goodra. It is going to knock it out. Shadow Ball over to the Amoonguss. Does not do enough damage. Spore. It does nothing to Slowbro. I think I should teach Gastrodon comes out next. Okay, so I should teach mine Amoonguss like grassy terrain if I can. I think it'd be kind of funny. We're going to Ruination. Actually, Earth Power might be coming out from that Gastrodon, so we're gonna Terra. And I'm gonna Ruination the Slowbro. And I'm going to then Spore Gastrodon. I'm gonna ignore the Earth Power coming out of Gastrodon. He could have like Icy Wind, which would be terrible for him to use. He could have what is it? Slowbro used Surf, Storm Drain, so obviously there's that. There's a little bit of damage. Because he could have Ice Beam. That's what I'm thinking of besides Earth Power. But the Spore is going to land on him and put him to sleep. And while he's fast asleep, Chan Pao is now going to Ruination over to the Slowbro, dropping his HP by half. How long does Trick Room have? Trick Room has one more turn. We're just going to do the double protect. Actually. Yeah, double protect. Gastrodon might wake up here, but he has to set up a turn for Trick Room. And I am going to be able to knock him out. So we're just going to survive the Trick Room turn. He's probably going to do Surf. Does. Storm Drain activates. For Gastrodon. I think. Yep. Okay, so as expected, that gets blessed, but he's still asleep. Okay, dimensions return to normal. Ice Spinner into Slowbro, and I'm gonna Pollen Puff Chan Pao. So Gastrodon could wake up here and attack into my Amoonguss, or he could go into Chan Pao. I'm hoping that he stays asleep so that my Pollen Puff goes into that slot. And it looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen. Pollen Puff right into the Chan Pao. Heals up, I think it should be at full. Yep. And that allows Focus Sash to be usable again. All right, so now we will Ruination the Gastrodon, and should I protect here? I mean, I can't Pollen Puff myself. He could wake up now. Yeah, let's do that. We'll prepare for the wake up. Ruination drops into half. Probably we'll have leftovers. There's the wake up, sir. We'll hit both. Chan Pao takes a lot of damage from that. That is a +2. But Spore will put him right back to sleep. Now he has to have his dedicated turn up sleep next one. Or, like next go. So he can't actually do anything. Ruination again. And Pollen Puff the Chan Pao. Battle's canceled. Never mind. I mean, he had a slight chance, but it was going to be tough. It was going to be really, really tough. All right, next match is up. We've got Grimmsnarl, Enamorus. I want to say Appleton? Appleton? I'm not. I know Flapple, but I don't know about that one. Anyway, Goodra, Heatran, and Cresselia. So, possible Trick Room team again. Goodra may have Sap Sipper, but also could have that Absorb Bulb that we've been seeing quite often. But I do see Heatran in the roster today. So we're going to be definitely bringing in our Gyarados to help solidify some moves here that we might have to be dealing with. I could walk in with Great Tusk, Gyarados, because they're both, Gyarados is flying. He's going to lower down their physical attack, which isn't going to do anything to the Heatran, but it does put pressure on the Heatran. Fluttermane, and I'm going to bring in Amoonguss in case if I need to deal with Trick Room. Cresselia is really good at setting up Trick Room. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop it, at least not this time. Enamorus can also set Trick Room, and that is the incarnate form, not the Ethereal form. So I think Contrary is going to be like something that might happen. Grimmsnarl, Goodra. Why are people using the original Goodra? That's interesting. Intimidates all around. Let's go. We'll go ahead and taunt the Grimmsnarl, but he's probably going to get one off before mine. So should we maybe switch? I mean, switching might. Yeah, let's switch. In case of like Dragon Pulse goes over to that slot. And we'll just Rock Slide. I put him in a really weird situation where it's like, okay, you either fake out, which I don't think you did. You taunted one of my Pokemon. Muddy Water hitting the Great Tusk for a lot of damage. Foul Play. Ooh. Over to the Fluttermane. Ooh, that was going to be like really damaging. Ugh. We'll go ahead and Terra. This Dazzling Gleam from a Terra Fairy Spect Fluttermane is going to hurt a lot to that side. But it is going to be second to our Great Tusk, which is going to be spamming Rock Slide. Now, what is this Grimmsnarl going to do? It can bring up a shield, but which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Reflect or Light Screen? It has to do one, and it has to do it now. Because if it doesn't, these two are going to take a lot of damage. Goodra Terras to Water, removing the weakness to Fairy, but it's not going to really do anything else to the Rock Slide. So there's that. Sucker Punch does get the attack off, but it's not very effective because he's -1. And I'm also not affected by Dark Attacks anymore. Grimmsnarl does avoid the Rock Slide. Here comes the Dazzling Gleam. Boop. Grimmsnarl goes down. I might have a 2KO on my hands at this point, though. Because here comes the Muddy Water, and Fluttermane avoids it. Fluttermane stays on the field, but our Great Tusk will fall. So 1-for-1 exchange. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We'll go ahead and bring in our Gyarados. Appleton. So I think I was right. I think so. Minus the attacks now. Goodra is at -2. Okay, we will Dazzling Gleam, and I'm gonna go ahead and I think Thunder Wave might be useful here. Well, Thunder Wave the Appleton. I don't know what the Appleton's gonna do, but I don't know if he's gonna get one shot here. Dazzling Gleam will one-shot him. Oh, Appleton, I wanted to see what you were gonna do. But you can't stand against the Spect Fluttermane that's Terra. That's 2 times the damage. Oof. Gyarados used Thunder Wave on nothing. So now it's 1v3. And it's Heatran. Heatran, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap to Amoonguss, and then I'm going to Thunder Wave the Heatran. I already used my Terror for the time, so Heatran could literally hit Fluttermane for a lot of damage, or not. I could have foresawn like Flash Cannon. I don't know. Thunder Wave does land on the Heatran. Let's leave him paralyzed for a minute or two. I can't Spore him now. Heat Wave right into the Amoonguss is going to do a lot, but it will withstand that type of damage and leaves him with the burn. And leftovers will heal him up a little bit, but the burn is going to take him down. I think it's like 1/8. I think that's what I heal for leftovers. So right now I'm sitting pretty neutral. We're going to protect with the Amoonguss, and I'm going to Waterfall with Gyarados. I think I'm faster than this Heatran. I mean, Thunder Wave did go off first, so Waterfall does hit, and it does a lot of damage to that Heatran. Heat Wave goes again, does nothing to the Amoonguss. Will hit the Gyarados for how much? A little bit of damage. Not too much. I'm not worried. 82 to 95, from 95 to... Oh, he's also got leftovers too. That's dope. Burn, 95 to 80. Yeah. It's like literally like refreshing the the damage there. Just Pollen Puff the Gyarados just to kind of keep it up so he doesn't proc the Citrus Berry. Here comes the Waterfall. The Waterfall is probably going to knock it out though, and it does. That was a lot of damage from the Waterfall before, so absolutely. And there goes game 2. We are so far 2-0. Alrighty, so our next match is up. We've got Annihilate, Mimikyu, Specterior, Sableye, Sinistcha, and Houndstone? I think that's his name. Anyway, Ghost type team all the way. We could use Fluttermane to deal with all of it or not. Depends on how this team is ran. Fake out users, we do have Sableye. I don't know what Sinistcha is gonna do. Like battling him against the raid, it's pretty interesting. I know Last Respects for Houndstone is going to be a problem. That Specterior, he's gonna get really, really fast, really quickly. Is that, well, his special attack goes up. I don't think his speed goes up at all, but he's really, really fast. So Trick Room's not gonna be like an option in this one, but I do need to be able to outspeed. We're gonna go up with, what are these Pokemon are basically, we'll have Tornadus and Fluttermane start us off. Gyarados, actually, take that off. No, God, no. Budge! My computer decided to bring up a thing that I didn't want to do right now. What are you doing? Oh. Well, this one's a botch. Hopefully we got the right ones that we wanted. Tornadus, Fluttermane, let's go. I ignore fake outs. And I outspeed. Yeah, why not? Bleak Wind. And we're gonna Oh. Yes. Bleak Wind and other things. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna be the Annihilate. It's gonna be fire to completely ignore all the effects of my Pokemon. Light screen goes up from the Sableye. No fake out. That's pretty interesting. But Dazzling Gleam hits first. Does nothing to the Annihilate, but does a lot to the Sableye. Bleak Wind Storm misses Sableye, but does a lot to the Annihilate. Well, not a lot, but I would have knocked out Sableye this turn, but I didn't. Speed dropped, though, for the Annihilate, but it got a Defiant boost, so that's rough. Rage Fist into the Fluttermane. That's a one-hit KO. Doesn't really matter. It's Fluttermane. It's Fluttermane. Like yeah, we don't have to worry about that too much. And the leftovers build up from that. Okay, so we do have Gyarados and we do have Chien-Pao. So it does go from the top to bottom if you don't pick anybody. So that's good. That's good. Oh no, Defiant again with the Annihilate going up and up and up. We're gonna swap out the Tornadus though, and we're gonna bring out Chien-Pao so that we get that boost, and we're gonna go ahead and straight right into the Waterfall into the Annihilate. I believe I'm faster than him as a Gyarados. If not, I have miscalculated. My hope is that Waterfall goes off first. Annihilate's gonna protect, so that's good. Stabilize user and reflect, so it's the screener. Which is totally fine, and then the leftovers are gonna kick in after that. So in this next turn, what I do is I drop Annihilate's HP with Ruination, and then I Waterfall the Annihilate. Will-O-Wisp hits from Sableye into the Gyarados, which may or may not matter. I'm not 100% sure yet. Ruination will hit the Annihilate, dropping its HP by half. Waterfall, I did hit first, and I don't get the KO because of Fudge. But he's going to heal up pretty much all of that damage right back and stay alive due to Focus Sash. That's okay. I don't think it's going to last next turn. Because even with the burn, I should be able to knock out this Annihilate for no problem. Okay, so I guess we're going to do Ruination again. Because Sableye can't fake out. He doesn't know Sucker Punch, I don't believe. And I'm going to go straight into that slot again. With your Sableye, he's got very little HP, so he has to start preparing for like the next thing here. So Mimikyu will come out and we'll use Shadow Force or Phantom Force next turn. Here it comes to protect. Waterfall does nothing. Nortons, I hate that you interrupted me during my recording session. I hate that so much. You're supposed to wait. What is the point? Okay, so we're gonna swap Chien Pao for Tornadus, get him off the field. And I'm gonna Thunder Wave the Annihilate now. I know what item he has, so I'm gonna be able to outspeed. And it's not like they're gonna be able to do a whole lot to Gyarados by themselves. So swiping out to Tornadus is gonna give us a prompt. Their Shadow Sneak was gonna knock out the Chien Pao if I didn't do anything. So Life Orb on that Mimikyu as well. Thunder Wave will miss the Annihilate because he is so speedy. And here comes the Rage Fist right over to the Gyarados, which is going to be a one-hit KO. Yeah, they got this. Hey, let me just completely like pop you out of everything that you're trying to do. That's great. I love that for me. If you guys don't know, in like doing like recordings like this, sometimes when programs come in, you don't always get the like it doesn't always capture. So that's why the frustration's there. Cause like sometimes you get set up. I'm gonna hit the Mimikyu, whatever. It's disguise is gonna do what it's gonna do. Sometimes when it takes you out of like a program that you're trying to use, it will stop the recording. So thankfully it didn't stop, but it's still like put like a thing on top of the screen to where I couldn't see what I was trying to do. So it's weird. Bleak Wind Storm is gonna miss the Annihilate. Will it miss the Mimikyu as well? It will not. It'll hit and takes it down a decent amount, but we're done here. It's 1 versus 4. And the Annihilate, with it being Terrifier, has pretty much, I don't want to say annihilated my team, but it pretty much did. It pretty much did. God, Norton, why are you doing that stuff to me? All right, next match is up. Clearly see that it's a Trick Room team. We got Weird Ear, Dragonite, Iron Hands, Hisuian, no, Galarian, Articuno, Oranguru, and Water Tauros, Paldean Water Tauros. Okay, so if you don't have Urshifu, Water Tauros is the next one up that you will want to use. Has Intimidate, has Aqua Jet, is stronger than Urshifu because of Intimidate, drops their attack 1 stage, and is 3 points faster than Urshifu. The only thing is that he does not have the ability to go through Protect. That's it. But everything else he hasn't beat. So it's interesting. Okay, so in this particular match, we're gonna have to worry about Trick Room being set up a lot. I think because of that, we'll open up with Chien Pao Great Tusk just to put the immediate pressure on something right away. Fluttermane and Amoonguss right after that. But I also want to bring in Gyarados. There's a lot of physical attackers there. I think Gyarados is gonna be really, really useful. So maybe not Fluttermane, but we'll bring in Gyarados instead. We'll bring in our heavy hitters set up first. That way we have someone to swap out to, or the Intimidates, and then we can spam a Rock Slide right next to Chien Pao. I think that's what we're going to go with. I don't recall anyone on that side of the field being able to use Will-O-Wisp, so there's that. I can't read those, but it's Tauros and Weird Ear. versus Great Tusk and Chien Pao. So that water intimidator is going to go off first. Oh, they got 2 intimidators. Oof, that -2 is going to be a problem. We'll hit the Weirdeer, and we will do the Rock Slide fullness, because I don't want to Terra. Like, I could go into Earthquake or I could go into Headlong Rush, but I don't want to end up hurting Chien Pao. Chien Pao realistically should have swapped here to maybe Gyarados to 1, get its attack back to normal, and 2, to maybe set up for something else. Someone dodged that. It is going to be the Weirdeer. But Ice Spinner into that slot. See how much damage that does? That's weak damage. Wave Crash over to the Chien Pao. Actually, you should have hit the Great Tusk. You would have knocked him out. And Skill Swap. You're proccing its abilities again? Yeah, both of these guys, I believe now. This is not cool. That's -4. That's nope. We're not playing that game. We're gonna just keep doing it. So I'm just gonna Rock Slide and hope for the flinch. That's the only thing I can do. Chien Pao needs to leave so that their attacks don't do anything. It's the only thing I can do right at this time. I will have to taunt that Weirdeer though, so that Skill Swap doesn't constantly go. Rock Slide will miss someone again, and it's the Weirdeer again. But Tauros Flinch couldn't move. Terra Blast right over to the Gyarados. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Gyarados is going to go ahead and taunt the Weirdeer, and I'm going to continue on with my Rock Slide. Bullness. It's the only thing I can do. Rock Slide hits both. Does very little damage. Wave Crash over to the Great Tusk. It's not going to do as much. Recoil is still going to be a 3rd. Taunt over to the Weirdeer. No Trick Room for you. No Skill Swap for you. Absolutely none. We're going to paralyze the Tauros. We're going to swap out to Amoonguss. Absolutely none of this nonsense. We'll retreat the Weirdeer. Brings out the Iron Hands. Quark Drive is activated due to the booster energy. So it's defense? Attack. Okay. Protect on the Tauros, which is totally fine. It's just a Thunder Wave. I don't have anything else to throw at that. Swap to Great Tusk. Okay, so that's a Wild Charge. And I'm going to Pollen Puff into that slot. Withdraw the Tauros to bring out their Weirdeer. Intimidate goes off. Gyarados comes back. Great Tusk. Fake Out. Hits the Amoonguss, so it's just totally fine. They might have thought that I was going for the Spore. It's the Weirdeer a lot. I'm gonna Spore the Weirdeer. Now, Earthquake would have done a lot of damage here, but that's a physical attack, and Iron Hands are basically physically bulk. So Earthquake isn't going to do a whole lot here, especially since that is a non-neutral, you know, attack. But they're going to swap. Here comes the Tauros again. No, Articuno. Okay. Rock Slide. Terrible time to do it, but it will hit both. Skill swap over on the Amoonguss, which is totally fine. So here, have an Intimidate. We just drop your attack one stage. I don't care. Okay. You get +2 special attack. Spore. And Wordeer goes to sleep. Great Tusk, go ahead and do that again. I'm going to Terra Water. Then I'm going to Protect. I'm going to use my Terra for Amoonguss so that he doesn't get one-shotted by the Freezing Glare that might come out from that Articuno. Here comes the Tauros, which is going to Intimidate, dropping my Pokemon stats, or attack stats some more. They're also going to Terra. It's going to go to the Articuno because he's the only one that's there. Grass. Flying. That's a terrible decision. Because the Rock Slides are now going to do more instead of, like, it's already ×2 because you're a flying type. But now it's going to do even further damage. I'm going to become water so I don't get hit one shot by the Freezing Glare. Because that's a psychic move, and even though that my Amoonguss is built bulky, it still hurts a lot from a +2 Articuno. Great Tusk uses the Rock Slide, does hit both Pokemon. Tauros just swapped in here, so he doesn't get anything. Air Cutter over to the Protect, so that's why. Wait, what? That's a spread move? That's dope. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. That's cool. We'll bring out Chian-Pao. Yeah, why not? Ice Spinner into the Articuno and Spore into the Tauros. Withdrew Tauros. Iron Hands. Wordeer. He's already asleep. But he drops the Intimidate some more. Articuno protects. So no exchanges happened. But we're gonna hit the Articuno again. I think I'm gonna heal Chian-Pao. Wordeer hasn't had his turn of sleep yet, but he's swapped into Tauros now, just to lower down that physical attack even more. He's like, I just want to intimidate you so you can't do any damage to me. But even with the -2, I think Ice Spinner will still take out this Articuno, and it does. There goes your Terra type. And because Tauros swapped in, I'm going to Pollen Puff my own Chian-Pao to get him back up to a decent amount of HP now. Sent out Iron Hands. Swap to Gyarados. Spore the Iron Hands. So Wild Charge is going to do a lot of damage here against the Amoonguss. I'm hoping that he went Drain Punch. Close Combat goes into the Gyarados. Doesn't do enough damage, but it does get the crit, drops his defensive stats one stage, procs the citrus berry. So I go back up to half. Thunder Punch into the Amoonguss does not knock it out because pretty good damage. But here comes the Spore into the Iron Hands. It goes to sleep for a while. Do I have my Regenerator ability? No, I still have Intimidate. I'm going to Thunder Wave the Tauros. And I'm going to Pollen Puff the Gyarados. Withdrew Tauros. Here comes the Weird Ear. Intimidate comes back out. Can't because he's asleep. Here you go, Gyarados. Be at full health. Okay. Thunder Wave. Yeah, great. Tuska's down. Thunder Wave the Weird Ear. He's probably going to swap it out, but I'm going to protect with Amoonguss. I'm going to swing into that slot. Withdrew. Okay. Withdrew the Iron Hands. Now is the Tauros. Intimidate goes off, lowering the Gyarados' attack one stage. Dude, this Amoonguss ain't gonna do nothing. Thunder Wave goes over to the Weird Ear. So he predicted wrong. Or I predicted wrong. He predicted that I would go into that slot. So he did do that. I will Pollen Puff the Weird Ear though. That is still a special attacker. And not a physical one, thank God. And I'm gonna... that, and I'm gonna Spore. Which one are you gonna get rid of? You're keeping this roster. Okay, good. Waterfall over to the Weird Ear. Does very little damage. But he did protect with that Tauros, so can't really do anything. He's doing really, really well on switching. I think I'm doing the same. He's doing fantastically well. We'll just double into that slot, I think. No, it shouldn't never double into any slot. KCB does the double switch. Withdrew the Tauros, so that's why I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Brought out the Iron Hands. Waterfall over to the Weird Ear. Does not get the KO, but I didn't focus on that slot. He's still asleep, though. Here comes the Pollen Puff right into the Iron Hands, which does very little damage. I have leftovers on my Amoonguss, who is doing really, really well to get back up to almost full by this point. So that's dope. I have a feeling I'm going to swap, and then they're going to wake up. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Spore. You know what? Pollen Puff into that slot. Boop. Gets the knockout. He's going down. He's still fast asleep. Amoonguss had completely slowed this match down. Unfortunately, it has caused my time to completely run out. Oh no. Like, I'm excited to record these matches, guys, but I only have a limited amount of time to record. No. Every time. I even started really early, but this match is like doing really well. Like, I love it. Now he can't swap anymore. He can't do any more of that shenanigans. So I have to decide which one's better. I think swapping. I can't swap. I'm just gonna start hitting Iron Hands with that. I'm gonna hit the Tauros with Spore to make him go to sleep. He'll protect. Totally fine with that. But I need to start hitting the Iron Hands a little bit. He woke up. Thunder Punch. Oh! Owie. 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 Amoonguss still standing strong after being out there for so long. Gyarados is now going to go ahead and Thunder Wave the Tauros. I'm going to retreat the Amoonguss. He does not have his Regenerator ability, but that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully he doesn't predict this to do like a Drain Punch into like Chien Pao or something. Who knows? Maybe it goes straight into the Gyarados instead. I don't know. Wave Crash goes right into the Chien Pao. Does get the KO though. Here comes the Thunder Punch right into the Gyarados. Oh, the recoil takes down Tauros. Does not. Oh, Gyarados goes down from the Thunder Punch. We have 3 minutes before the battle's over. Literally went down to time. Amoonguss comes out. It's like, hey guys. Hello, fellow kids. We'll protect. I got nothing else. I was not expecting it. Out of all the switch-ins, everything that could have been that could have happened. Really? Out of everything. This game was good though. This was a good game. I thought I had this one. Maybe I should have swapped out sooner. Maybe protected with Amoonguss instead of like having, because it looked like it went both into that slot, right? Or it could have gone into the Gyarados anyway, but I could have swapped out the Gyarados to bring out the Chien Pao, and then Gyarados could have came in right now, and Amoonguss would have been protected for the turn. Who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna hit the post combat. Boop. Not enough. Not bad. I did my best, but not bad. I think that was a good match. All right. Next match, we've got Kingambit, Gastrodon. I think that's Hydreigon. Let's go. Iron Hands, Volcarona, and Farafrig. So we do have some semblance of a Trick Room team here, or a Tailwind team, depending on how Volcaron's built. I don't know, though. There are a couple Pokemon that are quite fast here, so it would not make any difference to do Trick Room, but it's probably for those counters in case if they do come across them. And if that's the case, we do have a couple of options here. We could, first and foremost, come in with Fluttermane Tornadus to do the Tailwind Bullness and negate a lot of the stuff that happens out of that. Chien Pao, and we'll do a Great Tusk. As much as I like having a Amoonguss out there and like being able to like put people to sleep and all that nonsense, I don't know if that's gonna be great here. Honestly, I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna do like a switcheroo up here. We're gonna have 2 special attackers, 2 physical attackers, and hopefully this will be enough. I do not want to bring in Gyarados because King Gambit will probably run Defiant, and that is a huge problem for me because Defiant is a lot. That's +1 if I do, you know, an Intimidator, or it's +2 if I hit someone and lower down a stat that doesn't even make sense, you know? So there's that. Okay, so Sucker Punch is also a possibility from the King Gambit from here. So I will have to use my Terra or immediately switch off to something else. I'm going to taunt the Volcarona so that it doesn't get like Quiver Dance or anything like that. And I am going to go off and start with the Dazzling Gleam. Oh, it does not work. Interesting. Interesting. So then what should I do here? Terra Fairy, Thunderbolt into King Gambit. Whisper the Volcarona. Okay. Bring out the Iron Hands. The taunt is going to go out to Iron Hands, which isn't going to do a whole lot, but it is what it is. Quark Drive activates due to the booster energy, and its attack was heightened. I Terra. They're probably assuming that either next turn or the turn before that, Fluttermane goes down. And it's a strong possibility now, because King Gambit will obviously know Iron Head, and it does a lot of damage to my Terra Fairy Fluttermane now. But I was also worried about the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch does come out first, and it takes Fluttermane down to half. And that is a Life Orb, King Gambit, and so I know what to do from there. Swap, and we're going to go ahead and just, you know, Great Tusk. Yeah, we're going to bring out Great Tusk now because that Iron Head is going to come out. It's going to do a lot of damage, and we could see something come out from Iron Hands as well, which is going to do a lot of damage. I did not swap out a Tornadus because right now his job is pretty much done, except for just doing a lot of damage. Sucker Punch does fail because it went over to that Fluttermane slot and it no longer works. Bleak Wind will hit both and hopefully does not drop speed, or King Gambit will for Iron Hands, which is good. Wild Charge into that slot, goes down, but does either an 8th or a 3rd. I think it's an 8th. It's an 8th. Okay. I think I got the two mixed up between what is it? The Wave Crash and Wild Charge, because that Tauros that I mentioned before can get either one of those, so that's cool. We're gonna go with Sucker Punch to King Gambit because that's probably what's gonna happen, and I kind of want a close combat, but I can't. I'm gonna Headlong Rush instead into the Iron Hands. Whisper the Iron Hands probably will have a flying type. I don't recall one being on there. Oh, Hydreigon, that's definitely flying. King Gambit will protect. I'm totally okay with this outcome, honestly. It's not Rock Slide, but I wanted to take out the Iron Hands. So Hydreigon's Levitate protects him from that, so that's good. I'm going to hit the Hydreigon, and I'm going to Headlong Rush into the King Gambit. And I think they're going to go down here. I think they're both going to go down here. I don't think Hydreigon beats me with Scarf. So that's for certain. Because King Gambit protected, he doesn't have one now. He withdraws. It's a good call. It brings out the Volcarona. That's a decent call. Terra's is going to go to the Hydreigon. Maybe turn it to flying? Please be poison. It is. Okay, good. You survive. Question is, will I survive? Headlong Rush right into the Volcarona. Does not one-hit KO, but does a lot of damage. Drops my defenses one stage. Ice Spinner will now go into the Hydreigon. Does a little over half. Flash Cannon goes right into the Chien Pao. Drops him down to 20. Does not get the one-hit KO, though. So that's interesting. I'm going to Ice Spinner into the Volcarona, and I'm going to Headlong Rush into... Actually, I don't think it really matters now, right? I'm going to Ice... Yeah, I'm just going to just go across. I don't think it matters. Withdrew Hydreigon. Bring out Iron Hands. Headlong Rush. Volcarona goes down. Man, that would have been a really, really cool like call if I would have done the original plan, which was Chien-Pao going to Volcarona and Great Tusk goes into the the Hydreigon, but I didn't, and that's my fault. Now I'm under fake out pressure. Here comes King Gambit. I am going to protect the Chien-Pao, and I'm going to swap to Flutter Mane in case if that's Sucker Punch. I don't think my Pokemon has really taken a lot of damage. I don't think Great Tusk has really taken any, but I at least stop the Fake Out from a Pokemon that could do damage. So Fake Out does go into the Chien-Pao. Now, what were you going to do, King Gambit? Sucker Punch? Yep, Sucker Punch will also fail. Interesting. Interesting stuff here. I'm going to hit the Iron Hands, and I'm going to swap the Great Tusk out again. But it was definitely that case. So no Sucker Punch. I mean, you could still hit the Chien-Pao. Still hit the Chien-Pao. Oh no, because you went to the Flutter Mane instead. Man, Ice Spinner is gonna go right into that Iron Hands. It looks so juicy. It's gonna take it out. Maybe if you would have went that way, you might have been able to do something. I had two Pokemon at low HP, so it was a gamble, for sure a gamble, but you had to pick the right one. I'm gonna protect again. And I'm gonna Earthquake. This way I do a spread move and I can knock out that Hydreigon, which is slower than my Great Tusk. And this might knock both people out. We'll miss the Chien-Pao due to protect, and we'll not hit Hydreigon due to levitate. But that's okay. It takes out King Gambit. Oh, wait. Levitate. Oh! Oh, dope. Okay. Earth Power into the Great Tusk. Okay, Chien-Pao, go ahead and suck or Ice Spinner into that. I'm going to swap out because I'm not going to use Earthquake. There is no way. So even like in the turn before, Levitate would have still prevented Headlong Rush to hit Hydreigon. So... glad that showed up because I would have completely forgot about that. But here comes the Ice Spinner into that slot, knocks it out. Thank you, Hydreigon, for providing a good matchup to my team. This is dope. Oh, so dope. All right, folks, that's going to be the end of today's video. So I'm hoping that you've enjoyed the show so far, as I have enjoyed creating it for you to watch on a daily basis. We are currently 29 wins, 44 losses out of 73 battles. The agenda today was to record 7 fights. Unfortunately, match number 3 took a very long time. So I kind of ran out of time. So it's 3 or 4. I don't remember anymore, but it took a long time, too long, in fact, that I couldn't really dedicate more time and get this video out to you guys in a reasonable manner. It's just how it is, unfortunately. Because if I record more, then it would take me about an hour and a half to edit and then throw it up on YouTube and get it all preset ready to go. So I can't do that, unfortunately. I don't have the time. I apologize, guys. I'm going to try to do some more recordings tonight and see if I can get some more fights for you in a more decent time. I do have to pre-record some for this weekend because I do have a huge pool tournament coming up, and I will not be in front of my computer from Saturday morning until possibly Sunday night, depending on if we win or lose Saturday. and I think I have 6 games to play on Saturday. So wish me luck, but we're going to do our best. As for right now, we are at a 40% ratio. So it's not bad. We're in the realm of possibilities here. The highest percentage that I have currently with 100 matches in is about 47%. And the lowest one is 46%. These are just ones that I have 100 that have over 100 matches. Obviously, I do have some that do not have 100, where I have the lowest at 42%, and then the highest I have 100%, but I literally played 4 games and won 4 games and then didn't play anything after that. In this aspect, we are at 40%, so we're good. We're still below the average of where we'd like to be, but we're still good, and we're still learning the things that we can for this team. Right now, a lot of the Pokemon have done really, really well. We do have counters to most of the Pokemon out there. The only ones that I don't have a lot of counters for is maybe Trick Room, but with Amoonguss on the team, it's been very beneficial to have him on there. But I have him with max speed, with max speed investment, like Hyper Train, 31 EVs, 31 IVs, but no EVs set to that. It's just HP defense and special defenses. That's it. But I can't make it go lower because I don't have no good in speed. And I could breed for that, but I don't really know if I want to. You guys can let me know down in the comments down below. But who's your MVP? Who do you guys vote for today's video's MVP? And yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to ask who you guys thought did really, really well in today's video. And that's it for me. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Please do not forget to do the YouTubey things, which is to like the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below because I do reply to any and all comments that you guys leave behind. It helps me interact with you guys, and it helps you guys to understand where I'm coming from when building the teams. If you don't really understand, subscribe if you're a brand new person, or if you're a returning viewer. I do appreciate if you do. And you can also hit the notification bell on the right to hit say all. I do post a lot of Pokemon content, about 6 days a week's worth, unless I can't somehow get to my computer to record, but I do my best to keep up with the demands and keep you guys fed with all these battles. And they do help out the channel quite a bit with any and all interactions that you guys are willing to give. The personal goal that I have is to hit 400 subs by the end of September, and we are literally 1 subscription away, and I'm totally excited. And then this is more of a personal goal that I have for the end of the year, to hit 1,000, because I would love to have a YouTube play button, like an actual YouTube play button. I think that would be dope, and I think I get one at 1,000. I might not, but that's gonna be the goal for this channel. I want a plaque. I want a play button. I want that achievement saying that I did something really, really good in this generation on this planet. I have a diploma, right? I have my high school, my college diploma, but those are not to underplay it, those are good achievements, but I also put a lot of work into this as well, and I kind of want that trophy. I'm playing Pokemon competitively. I want a Pokemon trophy. That'd be so dope. It would be so dope to have one. And so, yeah, that's what I want to try to. That's my goal. That's what I aim for. And if you guys are willing to help me out achieve those goals, I'd be eternally grateful. But as for today, happy Thursday. The week is almost over. We're almost through. We only got a few days left, and that's it. Have a good one. I'll see you all guys tomorrow, and have a good day. Peace.